Hello everyone, and welcome back to my second channel. So I just got back from Los Angeles. I was there for about 2 weeks, and it was probably the most stressful trip I've ever had in my life. It was very much not a vacation, but aside from all of the stress and everything, other things just went wrong. I had to go to the hospital. I got an infection, had to get antibiotics. I was in so much pain. Thank goodness for travel insurance, because American healthcare, my gosh, I feel bad for you guys, because it was $320 for me to get antibiotics. I can't. So thank goodness for travel insurance. If you're ever visiting the States, be sure to get some, because that's a must. So it was a rough trip. However, there were some highlights as well. It was just very busy, and you know, a lot of stuff happened. But I did manage to take a few vlog clips. But normally when I'm filming vlogs, and even when I'm traveling, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 40 minutes of content that I have to edit down. I have 2 minutes of vlog content, which I think just goes to show how my mind was everywhere, and at no point I was like, yeah, let me have time to do a little vlog. So I wanted to just come on here and do a little kind of update about the trip, and then show the vlog clips, because I mean, I like posting any clips from when I'm traveling, not only for you guys, but for me, because then I have a memory log, and I can look back on my YouTube channel. I look back on my old vlogs all the time from like Iceland and stuff with my dad. I just love having them and looking back on them. So yeah, like I said, we were there for about 2 weeks. We did a bunch of stuff. We stayed around Santa Monica. We were in Santa Monica, Hawthorne. We went up to Malibu for a couple days, just like during the day. We went into the Hollywood Hills just for like during the day, just to see it and whatnot. And then we're also Pasadena. Pasadena was actually quite nice. I really liked the main street of Pasadena. It was really pretty. But I'm gonna say LA was not necessarily what I expected it to be. I think when you're watching like Selling Sunset and everything, you see the glitz and the glamour, but it definitely wasn't like that unless you're ultra rich, I'd say. And everything was just so expensive. Like even as a Canadian, their dollar is 1.4, so everything was almost like 1.5 times more expensive for me. But just basic things were so, like, they cost so much money. Like, we were trying to go grocery shopping, and we went to Erewhon once to like experience it, you know, like just to see like what everyone's talking about on TikTok. And my gosh, it was insanely expensive. Like, it was okay food, but it was insane. But otherwise, we were grocery shopping at like Superior Grocer, like, I don't know, the main big supermarkets that are there. And things were just so expensive. I was just shocked, because I already think groceries in Canada are so expensive. So that was a big shock for me. Everything was just so much money, especially like the Airbnbs that we were staying at. We stayed with friends for a week, which I was really thankful that we had that opportunity and got to meet them, because they were Thomas's friends. So I was so happy to meet them, and they were very lovely. And that was lots of fun. But the other Airbnbs, they were like $300, $350 a night for something really crappy. Like, they were not nice. And one of our Airbnbs, I kid you not, looked like it had been tried to be broken into. So then for 2 days, I was contacting Airbnb support, trying to get us into a new place, because I'm like, this whole area that we're in is sketchy, but also someone has chiseled out the lock on our door. Like, someone has tried to break in here. Unfortunately, the owner was like, no, that's just wear and tear damage. So they wouldn't give us a new place. So every night we literally slept with a sofa in front of the door. We were really scared and whatnot. But overall, I don't think I'd necessarily go back to LA unless I had like a creative project or something. We didn't even get much time to go to the beach or anything like that. It's not like I can surf, so it lost that appeal. I think a lot of people like being in Los Angeles for the surfing, but since I can't, and the appeal of all the cool food and cafe went away very, very fast once you saw how much it cost. I mean, like what, $28 for a smoothie? In what world? In what world? What? I will say though, the main positive was that it is a good place for creatives. Like there was a lot of sets for my ASMR videos, which is cool to go to. And you do meet a lot of creative people. So I think with any place you go and visit, obviously there are their pros and the cons. I think it was just not as much what I was expecting, but obviously still grateful that I got the opportunity to go and see a different place and go to a different country. If you're thinking about where you want to vacation next, any one of you, I would maybe say not Los Angeles. It wasn't necessarily a relaxing experience, especially with the traffic. LA traffic, everyone always talks about LA traffic, and I was like, oh yeah, but it can't be worse than Toronto traffic. It is worse than Toronto traffic. And I think that's because there is no proper public transport in LA. There's no like proper train, proper metro, subway, anything like that. So everyone is driving, everyone is Ubering. How they are going to handle the Olympics, I do not know. That is going to be insane traffic. I'm trying to think of what else I did. Oh, probably one of the biggest highlights of my trip was seeing Caitlin. We filmed an ASMR video together, so that was lovely, and her and her boyfriend were so sweet. We went on a double date, and that was really nice. We're trying to make more couple friends, so the people we stayed with, and they were lovely. Like Thomas's friends, they were lovely. I got to meet them, so we made those couple friends, and then Caitlin and her boyfriend, I feel like we made those couple friends, you know. It was nice to do those double dates and things. But yeah, that's mainly LA. That was kind of all over the place, I know. But honestly, the trip was all over the place. One of the weirdest experiences I've ever had in my whole life was in LA. I can't really talk about it because a few things would probably get like demonetized on here. But let's just say I went to a house. I went to a house that I was gonna rent out for like, well, I did rent it for like a photo shoot, like taking some cute Insta photos. And nobody at the house knew each other. There were some definitely odd activities happening. The whole thing was so weird that when me and Thomas left, we were both like, what just happened? Like, what just happened? So the weirdest experience of my life was in Los Angeles. So let's just put it at that. I'll let you guys enjoy the clips of LA, the highlights. And I'll see you guys in my next video. If you guys live in LA, then let me know what you guys think in the comments as well. It was just so interesting to me. I've never been to any place like that, so it was really interesting. But if you guys have also vacationed there or visited there, let me know. I've only ever been there once when I was 8, and going to Disneyland and Universal, definitely a different experience. Anyways, love you guys. Say hi.
Hello, team.
So it's voiceover Ocean here now. So one day we ended up going to the Grove, and this is actually the day I met Caitlin, because originally we were planning to film a haul together. So I took some clips at the Grove. It was a really pretty shopping center, but again, everything is so expensive. We got lunch here and it cost like $90 US. It was insane. It was just very expensive, but there was a Charlotte Tilbury store, which I've never seen before, so that was a cool experience. And then there was also this really fun candy store, so I got some dark chocolate raisins, which are my favorite, and I got a fun like dark chocolate strawberry chocolate bar, so it was really cool for some funky candy. And then outside there was also like a farmer's market, and there was this vintage gas station thing that I thought would be so cool for photos. Like I said, we also did go to Malibu for a couple days during the day, and Malibu was really pretty, but when we were there, it was warm, but not warm enough for me to like suntan at the beach. So we went in the evening to watch the sunset, which was nice, and Thomas is always cute in his knit. It was really pretty views, and like I said, I think it's more enjoyable if you surf, because it just wasn't too warm yet for like proper sun tanning, at least not for me. And then we were in Santa Monica. They lived really close to like this cool mochi place, so I tried that, but honestly it was a bit disappointing, sadly. There were also some very stunning little boutiques around there, but everything too pricey. I didn't really buy anything. I will say though, I loved all the fauna in LA. I do love palm trees and the pretty flowers, so that made me very happy. Here's me in the Cadillac Escalade V that we got, which was extremely helpful considering LA traffic and Uber costs. The one date that we did do though that was really nice was the Getty. It was our first ever museum date, so I'm glad that we got to spend that time together and connect amongst all the busyness and hospital pains. But yeah, that is basically it for this little vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed these highlight clips, and happy LA experience.